last year. The
Yes!
change is there.
Yes! A thrilling finish that will probably look a lot different this season. Unlikely we'll see players jumping into the stands as Indy 11 returns to action. Professional soccer in Indiana is back, one of the very few sports allowing fans in the stands. There are extensive health precautions in place, from mandatory masks to temperature checks at the gate to social distancing in the stadium. And Bill Benner has more in this week's Inside Indiana Sports. Bill.
Gary, thanks. And for Soccer Star fans, well, Sports Star fans, there will be plenty of Indy 11 action beginning this weekend at Lucas Oil Stadium, where the team will play 10 of its last 15 USL Championship games prior to the playoffs. And here to discuss the team's return and guidelines for fans hoping to attend is team president and CEO Greg Stremlaw. And Greg, welcome back to the program. Seems like a long time since the Indy 11 are actually unbeaten. They played early in March, then the pandemic hit, but you are 1-0 going into the rest of this season. It's been a long time coming, hasn't it?
It has. As you say, Bill, it feels like eons. We've all had a lot of stress in our lives, both personal and professional, but we are very excited to get back on the pitch and have our fans have professional soccer to watch. And we remain cautiously optimistic because we don't want to take for granted the privilege that we have to play in front of some fans.
Well, and again, you've always had the Brickyard Battalion, great fans here in Indianapolis backing the 11. But of course, their safety is the priority. Talk about some of the measures that will be taking place at Lucas Oil Stadium as we bring soccer back into action.
Yeah, I mean, without a doubt, health and safety has been at the forefront of everything that we're doing, including the Board of Governors from across the country who decided that we would return. But to do so, we wanted to make sure that we had the best plan possible. And as you've said, and in the opening, there's a number of things that are being introduced. We far exceed all state, federal, and CDC guidelines. In fact, I believe, I've said this on many occasions, I believe Lucas Oil Stadium will be the safest venue and location in the country, bar none. So everything from when fans park to having their temperatures checked, masks are mandatory throughout not only the concourse, but throughout the venue. Social distancing isn't just in certain locations, but we've built out a ticket manifest, unlike ever before, where there will be nobody seated within 6 feet of other fans. So you can go online and buy in pods of 2 or 3, or if you're a family of 4, and acquire the tickets that way, knowing that even when you're seated, you'll be very, very safe. Lucas Oil has made a number of capital upgrades, including touchless faucets and washrooms all throughout the venue, hand sanitization stations, again, everywhere you go. And we'll be doing even things like staggered entry and exit to make sure that fans are not in long lineups as well.
And weather permitting, I believe the roof will be open, the window will be open, and so those kinds of. And I would imagine that many other professional sports teams and leagues will be looking at this to just see what the best practices are.
Yeah, we've been told that. We were very pleased as soon as we got the green lights. We already had a very comprehensive plan. We posted that immediately. We've been getting calls from all sorts of other sports and other cities around the country in terms of our transparency and the level of detail that we've gone into. It's really, it's a summary, but it's all of those things that are fan-facing, and we wanted to make sure that we outlined that so fans knew exactly what to expect from the moment of arrival. And we're very, very pleased to what we've put together.
Greg, what's the team been doing since March? Martin Rennie is the coach, and I know everybody had great expectations coming into this USL season, but what's the team been doing in the meantime?
Yeah, it's a great question, Bill. We've basically taken a stair-step approach, right? I mean, once COVID-19 hit, isolation, basically ensuring players or coaches are highly protected. They're with their families, but they were put on daily training regimens, individual workouts, cardio, but there's only so much you can do in that environment. Once things started to open back up, we went to groups of up to 4. Again, socially distancing with PPE equipment, coaches not permitted to go anywhere near the players. That went up to 10 players, then full squad, then contact was introduced. It's been a stair-step approach. So the last 2 weeks they've been training full squad with medical clearances. They're in the bubble, as they say. with regular testing going on with our medical officers.
Hey, Greg, briefly as a wrap up, I know there's still plans and hopes for the Indy 11 park, but obviously that's been put on hold given the overriding circumstances.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, it's certainly the vision and the commitment from our ownership group continues to remain intact. We are in final site acquisition, but the COVID-19 hitting, we think it's appropriate with all hands on deck to get our season back up and running and make sure everybody's health and safety is our top priority, and then we'll switch gears in the months ahead back to our eyes on 11 Park.
And a final reminder for those who can't be in person to attend, games are going to be on Wish TV, Channel 8, and its partners, so that you'll still be able to watch if you can't be there in person. That's
right, and we appreciate any type of support our fans want to give us, whether in person or on any one of our platforms, including local linear television with our partners.
Well, it's going to be great to hear fans. It's going to be great to hear some exciting action. Greg Stremlaw, the Indy 11, thanks for being on the program, and we wish you the best as the season picks up and continues.
Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Greg. And Gary, back to you.
All right, Bill, thank you.